Hello and welcome, beautiful souls, to my channel, Light of Shaya. My channel is all about illuminating the spiritual path forward and bringing you uplifting messages of love and light. Welcome to those of you who are new. If you enjoyed this content, please do hit the like and subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. And for those of you who are returning, I simply want to say thank you so much for all of your support. I appreciate every single one of you. I recently started an Instagram. For those of you who are curious about that, it's at light_of_Shaya. And I'm basically posting daily readings there with one card and then the underlying energy, and then kind of getting a feel about what's going on there. I'm looking to also do some lives on YouTube and on Instagram at some point, just as a heads up for readings. I will also try doing kind of like a Q&A at some point. And in addition to that, for those of you who are wondering, I also do personal readings. So yeah, I also do personal readings on Fiverr. If you want to check that out, go ahead and click the link down in the description. That sends you to my landing page. Anyway, I apologize about the dogs. They've been kind of extra today. I'm not really sure what's got them riled up. They're not my dogs, they're just dogs that are outside. Anyway, I'm going to be opening with the Wisdom of the Oracle cards here, and then I'll be using the Golden Wheel Tarot to get into the message. So let's see what message Spirit has for you today. Okay, lots of cards wanting to come out. Too many here. So the first card we have here is Orphaned. It's a number 5 card. Let's see what else we have here. Interesting. So I'm feeling, take this is what I'm feeling. So we have Orphaned, we have a Regeneration, we have Thinker, and we have Happy. So you have a 5, 10, 8, and another 8. So 2 8s here. Interesting. So immediately what I'm getting with the Orphan card here is this is like kind of the 5 of Pentacles feeling. Some of you may have gone through a connection, some sort of soulmate connection, maybe a relationship. It could also be with a friendship or a loved one, a family member, where you were left feeling abandoned, so to speak, feeling kind of left out in the cold, ignored. Some of you may have been ghosted. And then we have the Regeneration card here. So this was a divinely guided occurrence in order to help burn away some of the gunk, the internal gunk that you have. So this is about a transformation. So it's very much like the death card of like leaving an old part of yourself behind and regenerating. And then we have Thinker following that. So this situation, likely you've been spending a lot of time, and the animals are going crazy today. This may have left you feeling very like lost in thought about it. You probably were looking back at it, trying to figure out like what went wrong, why did this happen, and then of course the transformational experience, like looking at it and saying like, okay, what did I take away from this? And then we have the happy card. So it's like saying, okay, well, I experienced the really bad stuff and I'm finally in a really happy place. So if you're currently going through this, you will be ending up in a very, very good place. So let's go ahead and see here what message we have. So first card off, we have the Knight of Cups. So a love offer being made, maybe. This could be you making a love offer towards someone. Obstacle here. Interesting. So the obstacle is the Ace of Swords, or some sort of truth needs to be spoken. A moment of clarity needs to arrive in order to move this situation forward for you currently. Ace of Pentacles was peeking out there. What is the recent past? Okay, recent past. The Fool. A brand new beginning, kind of just jumping, taking a leap of faith, so to speak. And interesting how the Fool and the Knight of Cups are both looking towards the past. So some of you may be focused on the past. Very focused on the past right now. But the Fool, I'm also seeing, interestingly enough, the Fool is almost like I'm seeing him reaching up towards that moon or sun or whatever that is, the orb in the sky. I'm guessing that's the sun, most definitely. And kind of like a striving almost in a sense for that sense of clarity about the past, because he is facing the past. So that's kind of like a interpretation that I have here. But with the Fool here, some of you may have taken some sort of leap of faith in the matter. Here's that Four of Swords here, contemplating things, thinking about things, meditating, definitely that thinker card. So let's go ahead and see the unseen energies here, what's going on beneath the surface or the subconscious. Oof, lots of stuff wanted to come out here. Six of Wheels, Eight of Cups wanted to come out. Okay, let's go ahead and, there's that Six of Wheels again, let's see. Interesting, King of Cups, so with the King of Cups here, this could be a connection coming in, or a person who isn't showing their feelings quite up front. They feel very deeply, but they don't necessarily express it all the time. This person could come off, I'm hearing the word aloof, and I'm thinking of thinking about the thinker here, and I'm feeling like this person likely spends a lot of time in their head. This is a very masculine person in terms of like the masculine energy, thinking their feelings a lot, but being capable of expressing their feelings and understanding them. This could be a person coming into your life, or this could be an energy that you're going to be stepping into, a place of confidence, of emotional maturity, being able to make head over heart decisions when necessary. How are you currently moving forward in the connection? I was going to say. Are you currently moving forward in the situation? So we have, interestingly enough, the Five of Wheels, also known as the Five of Pentacles. So some of you may be leaving something behind. Some of you maybe you're the one that left a situation, and you're the one that left someone orphaned. They're currently going through a transformation, or you could be going through a transformation as a result of having left this person behind. Interesting. This could be some of you who lost a job, for a very small percentage of you here. Let's see what the near future has in store for you. Near future is Seven of Wheels. So this is about perseverance and waiting. Waiting for the fruits of your labors. A lot of you may be feeling even a bit impatient in regards to this, of like waiting for something to happen within the near future here. A message from the universe directly to you. We have the Six of Swords, forward movement. So this is about making peace with the past, about things are going to be moving forward for you. The universe is just letting you know that things are going to be moving forward for you. You may not see that now. You may not see any movement, but things will start to pick up. This isn't exactly very fast moving energy because, of course, typically it's a person on a sailboat with a woman and a child, right? Somebody rowing the boat. So this is coming in. I'm getting the sense of something coming in slowly. I'm almost getting like a Three of Wands feel with this, of like waiting for your ships to come in. Because interestingly enough, with this Six of Swords, they're not on the ship yet. They're waiting for the ship. And I'm noticing how this child is looking at the past. So this is about looking at your past and making peace with it. Interesting. What is the weakness here? Basically something to keep an eye out for within yourself or your outside external circumstances. But let's see here. Ooh, interestingly enough, we have here the Knight of Wands. So some of you may have some sort of difficulty with commitment or falling for people who tend to be players. This could also be, for some of you, pursuing connections that are not far too passionate. I don't want to say that, but expecting somebody who only wants passion to be able to give you love as well. Some of you may be a little bit too, come on a little bit too strong at times too. That's interesting. That's an interesting message. So this is a general reading, so take whatever resonates, guys, because it does vary for everyone. What are the hopes and fears for the viewer? Nine of Swords, hoping for the mental struggle to go away, hoping to be able to, for some of you, you may not be sleeping very well, and you may be hoping that you can actually get a good night's sleep for once. Because the Nine of Swords kind of, in a sense, keeps you up. I am seeing how in this Nine of Swords, this person is left out in the cold, similar to the Five of Wheels, but they're all by themselves. They're all alone. Some of you may have a fear of being alone. Interesting. Hoping for those kind of things to go away, not be present in your life. And what is the outcome here? So the outcome here is the Ace of Wands, a secondary ace. This is another masculine energy here. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords on the table. This is a passionate new beginning, some sort of divine spark. It's a creative passion or endeavor, maybe. This could be reigniting the flames of an old relationship. Maybe the separation was necessary for some of you in order for it to move forward in a very brand new way. So I'm going to actually pull some cards around the Seven of Wheels here about what it is you're waiting for in the near future. So we have the Queen of Wheels. This could simply just be matters of money. Matters in money. Yeah, patience is definitely a big thing here with the Temperance card. Interesting. Five of Swords, Temperance, and Queen of Wheels. So some of you could be waiting for an earth sign with the Queen of Wheels. Somebody who's very nurturing, caring. But there is something about tempering your emotions here, and in particular, something about the ego here. It's like you're putting off things because you know you need to do some work on yourself or something along those lines with the Temperance card and the Five of Swords. Because the Temperance card is about patience. It's also about harmony, and it's about a person who knows how to control their emotions. And with the Five of Swords, this is about winning at all costs. This is about a battle of the ego, of wanting to win, being able to temper that. So the Seven of Wheels is about waiting for this to come to fruition, for the healing work to be done. Some of you could be waiting for a Sagittarius who in the past could have been a little vindictive or inconsiderate, I'm hearing. Interesting. We have the Devil and the Page of Swords that wanted to come out here. This could have been a somewhat toxic connection in the past. This could have been a Capricornian that you were dealing with. This person may message you in the future here with the Page of Swords. Some of you may have been waiting for this to happen. Interesting. Okay, I'm curious about some advice around this Ace of Swords, about how to reach this truth. Likely this could be a truth from this person. This person may have ghosted you in the past. Goodness, so many cards just wanting to fly out everywhere. Let's see here. Chariot and the Emperor in there. But the Two of Swords came out. Let's see. Advice around this. So, we have the Two of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. So there's some sort of truth. Wow, so many swords in this particular. That was three swords to clarify a sword card. This truth is some sort of mental clarity, of course. But the Two of Swords, this card speaks of indecisions, of an inability to make a decision, likely due to a lack of truth or a lack of understanding. But this person also has themselves closed off to emotion. This is about contemplating this, contemplating what the purpose or what the idea behind the indecision is. Like what is it that you need to take a break from? Likely this message may come to you through meditation or in a state of peace, even in a dream state. Knight of Swords, this is about making quick decisions, being very impulsive and rash. I'm noticing, interestingly enough, that these two cards, both of the figures have their eyes closed. Of course, with the Four of Swords, that makes sense. With the Two of Swords, usually there's a bandage around the person's eyes, but in this particular deck, that's not present. So there's almost like an unwillingness to see something, and you're keeping yourself in a place of, this is very deep contemplation. Looking at your emotions. What are your emotions telling you? Is there anger? Because Knight of Swords could represent anger. And some of you may jump to conclusions or start creating ruminations in your head about how things are playing out. And there's some sort of, the advice around that is to contemplate and look at your emotions, but be mindful of how quickly you rush to conclusions or ideas or rush into situations. With the two of wheels at the bottom of the deck, this is more of that indecision of trying to balance things out. And I'm seeing, just like how in both of these cards there's water present, and both of them are not, one of them is facing the water, but his eyes are closed, and the other one is so entertained by what he's doing, he has his back turned to the water. So this is about needing to look at your emotional state of being, contemplating it, and trying to understand it. That really does correspond with the King of Cups here, as I was saying, where for some of you, this just simply might be an energy of you becoming more emotionally mature because you're capable of processing your emotions. That's what that Temperance card is too. So for some of you, this Temperance card is coming through as a way of saying that you will achieve the emotional maturity that you're looking for, or not necessarily looking for, but that you need in life in order for you to move forward. Because otherwise, with the Five of Swords and the Devil, this is very for me, this is narcissistic. It's about understanding that battling from the ego and trying to control people, not hiding your emotions from people, being closed off to people is a narcissistic thing. And in order for us to remove that, it's a very painful process of having to ask ourselves the questions. For example, if you're in a relationship and you're not willingly giving your heart, but you're still with the person, it's very narcissistic because it's a form of control, because that other person believes that they are loved as much as you. How do I say this? This person that you're with may believe that you love them as much as they love you, but your heart space is closed off, and that is a form of control in order to protect yourself. But in the end, it's a very narcissistic trait because you're controlling your emotions and controlling the relationship, and therefore controlling that person, making them believe something that is not in fact true. And so there is a need to look at these things, right? Contemplation. Two of Swords is also very in this deck, looks like he's contemplating things deeply. He's looked at the water, and now he's processing it. So this truth is about looking at your emotions and understanding. There's going to be a sense of clarity that'll come after this, and it'll be very quick. You'll know it immediately. That truth is just going to spark you. The Ace of Wands here. Further confirmation. It's also going to open up different parts of yourself that you didn't recognize before or understand before, and that's going to lead you into a much more happy place here with the happy card. So with that being said, viewer, if you enjoyed this content, please do hit the like and subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Take care.